Hi, I'm unpinning my Boucheron butterfly, which was inspired by a piece of jewellery made by Boucheron, which used to be in the collection of Elizabeth Taylor, and Christie's sold it back in 2011. I don't know where it is now, but the original's got aquamarines, opals, enamels, rubies, emeralds. I've got sequins and seed beads. So you set your task according to your means. So I've just got a few strategic pins left that I have to just flick out to get, and I have to do that by just moving it and seeing where it grips. I'm using my, these are often called pin pushers. They've got a little indentation there and they're usually used for pushing a pin in. But did you know it's a pin lifter as well? So I just find where the pins are. It will just lift them out. This has been quite a challenge from the drawing, inspired by the original butterfly. I won't be showing the original butterfly, but you can look it up. It's called the jewellery is called Boucheron. It's very famous and it's the most beautiful shape. So I've always wanted to make this in lace, and it proved quite a challenge using Milanese, Honiton, bit of torchon, bit of rose ground here, lots of tallies of course, which are in pale variegated blue, but I don't think they show on this blue background. But if I can just get all the last pins, I undo the pins sort of every other pin, and then I do every other pin again from the wider, and just keep reducing down as the shape stays, and it just tells you that there's a pin left. And I've left these, I know I could have put guiding threads across to hold them, but I did particularly want these to sort of stand scrolly, which they wouldn't have done if I'd made it too much of a solid piece. It is very much an experiment, is this piece. You'll see when I take it off that I was just lacing over the drawing. Now there's something still holding it. Where's that? There's one left in. It's not going to pick up. Oh, right in there. I've used a very thick thread to go through as a, not really a gimp, but I've used it as a passive because I've teamed it up with a white thread, and the white thread has been the normal passive. Oh, there it is. Yes, that's moving. Just something holding it down here now. But the shiny gimp thread looks the same as the pin, so I can't actually see where all the pins... Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Ooh, right, okay. So remember, I've made this on the wrong side, and I have to push the beads through. These are seed beads, so I'll just pop them through. I think they pop through. Yes, they do. Just gently push them through. The slinkers. Oh yes, did slinkers as well. It's a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I think I just threw everything at this. Bit of Milanese meander at the top of the large wing. Take off you can see by the pattern it's very much drawn and altered as I went along. Little notes made. Goodness knows what the pricking is going to be like underneath. Stab holes all over the place because you can't really use the back as a pricking because so many pinholes have moved as I've tried it out. So I turn that over. This is my block pillow, and I make these round ones so that it effectively becomes a round pillow. Right, let's lay it out the other way around. So this should be the finished side. Let's see how that works. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do, because the sequins are blue, you can now see the blue highlight showing, but the thread across the sequins is still white, and I just want to darken it down a bit, so I'm just going to use the very palest permanent marker and just give it a very slight whisk, just to take those. Yes, I know some of you will be having chickens with me using a Sharpie pen on it, but it does make a visual difference. It just takes off the cut across the sequins. I never go right to the edge because the ink does bleed along the lines, and you just sort of get used to how far it goes. With the lightest of touch, a dab is often enough just to cover. I'm not going to do it on the tiny sequins because they don't need it. So that is the Boucheron butterfly in all its sparkly glory. It is quite big. I think it's 19, well this block is a 19 centimetre block, so at its widest point, whichever way you look at it, it's 19 centimetres. Wow. I'm glad that's off the pillow and I can start something easier. You know, maybe a Honiton lace veil for a wedding or something, a bit easier. There you go. Off in time for International Lace Day. I've enjoyed making that. I'll go and put it somewhere safe now. Thank you for watching. Bye.